Hi everyone, welcome back to Explore Seattle and welcome back to Friday Favorites. One question I do get asked a lot is what are your favorite places to take your kids around the Seattle area? Well, I don't have a one-size-fits-all answer because it really depends on your kids' interests and personal passions and also their age range. What I can offer you today are 3 of my favorite places to take with our toddlers. Because when my kids were little toddlers, we did explore Seattle quite a bit. So here goes. Number 1 is Seattle Center, number 2 is Chelsea Creek Farm in Bellevue, and number 3 is Woodland Park Zoo. Let's start with Seattle Center. It is basically a buffet of activities. Some of the most notable activities in the Seattle Center are the monorail, Chihuly Garden and Glass, Children's Museum, and of course the very famous Seattle Space Needle. Now, if you have toddlers, I'd probably recommend skipping Chihuly Garden and Glass because it's more of an adult thing and maybe it's better for date night. And I'd actually recommend also to skip the Space Needle because even though the panoramic view is very, very cool, I just don't think that toddlers would take too much interest in the architectural magnificence of the Space Needle. However, I would definitely recommend the Seattle Children's Museum. Now, the museum is located in the bottom section of the old armory in the Seattle Center, and it's just a collage of various activities, and there are all these sections with toys and the safari and a supermarket, and you can really and there's Lego building and story time. You can just go there and just have your kid run wild and really trigger their imagination. If you have toddlers, they would love it. Even little kids would like it too. But for school-age kids, probably not. And if you're hungry, above on the first level, there are various different restaurants that you can eat at. Another reason why I recommend that you take your toddler to Seattle Center is because of the musical fountain outside. Now, this is more of a summertime activity, but it's super fun. So the fountain, it has a large space and there's a huge lawn, grassy lawn surrounding the fountain, and the fountain would shoot water with different types of music playing, and it's just a really, really good time for little ones. Also, as a bonus for the little ones, there's also a wading pool next to Key Arena. Now, of course, all these places will be closed during COVID, but in case things go back to normal, you can, of course, pay Seattle Center a visit. Second on the list is Chelsea Creek and Farm in Eastern Bellevue. It is a big open space with 2 big barns and farm animals and a petting zoo. There are goats and chicken and ducks and even pigs and of course ponies and horses. What a wonderful open space for you and your little ones to explore. And if you want to get some exercise, there's also a hiking trail behind the farm. Now, the last recommendation is a Woodland Park Zoo in this area called Phinney Ridge. Now, the Woodland Park Zoo isn't anything too different from other city zoos. You get your animals from the safari, you have your penguins, you have your snakes and birds and just all types of exotic animals, and the space is big and it's just a really fun place for your toddlers and little kids to explore. And that is it for today's Friday Favorites at Explore Seattle IGTV. Thank you so much again for tuning in. See you next time.